There are moments in your career that feel like they're just happening to someone else and you're just watching the movie from inside your own head. This was one of them. It was less a delivery room and more a film set. I was standing in the most exclusive suite in the high gloss corporate hospital, a space that whispered wealth with panoramic city views and corridors so quiet you could hear your own heartbeat. But the air wasn't thick with the usual scent of antiseptic and urgency. It was buzzing with the electric hum of celebrity event. A VIP's daughter in law was in labor, and an entire wing of the hospital was on a soft lockdown. My role was clear. As the neonatologist, I was there for one person only. That's the baby. But everything around me was a blur of a managed chaos. The family, powerful and accustomed to orchestrating their world, had flown in a renowned foreign photographer. She moved with a quiet cat like grace, her lens a silent predator hunting for the perfect intimate shot. Then the moment arrived. The baby was delivered, but there was no cry. A wave of cold silence washed over the room. So thick and sudden, it felt like the power had been cut. The gynecologist, her face now a mask of professional urgency, immediately handed the baby to me. The baby was limp, blue, and a stillborn. My world, which had been a wide angle shot of the whole bizarre scene, snapped into a terrifying close up. The plush carpets, the anxious family, the photographer, they all vanished. In my hands was a life that hadn't even had a chance to begin. The photographer, sensing drama, instinctively raised her camera. But one of the senior nurses, without a word, simply stepped right in front of her, blocking her shot. It was a silent, fierce act of guardianship. My hands began to work my mind had trained for 1,000 times. Every part of me was screaming, "This cannot be happening here, not now." I was intensely aware of the performance. The paparazzi were still in the room. The VIP grandfather was watching my every move. The pressure wasn't just to save a life, it was to do it without showing a flicker of the sheer panic that was rising in my throat. I initiated the resuscitation. One breath, two breaths. My team was a silent whirlwind around me. For what felt like an eternity, but was probably only 30 or 40 seconds, there was nothing but the sound of my own voice, low and steady, and the artificial hiss of the ventilation bag. And then a splutter, a weak, gasping cough, followed by the most beautiful, most powerful sound I have ever heard, a full throated, furious cry of the baby. The tension in the room didn't just break, it shattered. I looked down at this tiny, screaming baby, her skin already turning into a healthy, angry pink. She knew nothing of the suite room, the celebrity photographer, or the fact that she was a stillborn just a minute ago. Her reality was simple: air, warmth, and life. She was the still point in a world that had just stopped spinning and was slowly, cautiously starting again. The photo shoot that followed resulted in stunning magazine worthy photographs. But the image etched forever in my mind is the one no camera captured. The look in that nurse's eyes as she shielded a sacred medical moment from a lens. That day, I learned the deepest truth. No matter how grand the stage or how high the stakes, our work is not a performance. It's a promise. A promise to stand in the gap between silence and a scream, even when the whole world is watching.